Episode number 25. The Treville, after having written the letter, sealed it, and rising, approached the young man in order to give it to him. But at the very moment when D'Artagnan stretched out his hand to receive it, the Treville was highly astonished to see his protege make a sudden spring, become crimson with passion, and rush from the cabinet crying, "His blood, he shall not escape me this time." "And who?" asked the Treville. "He, my thief," replied D'Artagnan. "Ah, the traitor!" And he disappeared. "The devil take the madman," murmured the Treville, "unless," added he, "this is a cunning mode of escaping, seeing that he had failed in his purpose." For the shoulder of Athos, the baldric of Porthos and the handkerchief of Aramis. D'Artagnan, in a state of fury, crossed the antechamber at 3 bounds, and was darting towards the stairs, which he reckoned upon descending 4 at a time, when, in his heedless course, he ran head foremost against a musketeer, who was coming out of one of the Treville's private rooms, and striking his shoulder violently, made him utter a cry, or rather howl. "Excuse me," said D'Artagnan, endeavoring to resume his course. "Excuse me, but I am in a hurry." Scarcely had he descended the first stair, when a hand of iron seized him by the belt, and stopped him. "You are in a hurry?" said the musketeer, as pale as a sheet. "Under that pretense you run against me. You say, 'Excuse me,' and you believe that is sufficient? Not at all, my young man. Do you fancy, because you have heard Monsieur de Treville speak to us a little cavalierly today, that other people have to treat us as he speaks to us? Undeceive yourself, comrade, you are not Monsieur de Treville." "My fate," replied D'Artagnan, recognizing Athos, who, after the dressing performed by the doctor, was returning to his own apartment. "I did not do it intentionally, and not doing it intentionally, I said, 'Excuse me.' It appears to me that this is quite enough. I repeat to you, however, and this time on my word of honor, I think perhaps too often, that I am in haste, great haste. Leave your hold, then, I beg of you, and let me go where my business calls me." "Monsieur," said Athos, letting him go, "you are not polite. It is easy to perceive that you come from a distance." D'Artagnan had already strode down 3 or 4 stairs, but at Athos's last remark he stopped short. "Morbleu, monsieur," said he, "however far I may come, it is not you who can give me a lesson in good manners, I warn you." "Perhaps," said Athos. "Ah! If I were not in such haste, and if I were not running after someone," said D'Artagnan. "Monsieur man in a hurry, you can find me without running, me, you understand?" "And where, I pray you?" "Near the Camps des Chocs,"